a tale of feathers and friendships. Once upon a time, in the verdant valley of Verdura, there lived a young, vibrant peacock named Pavo. Pavo was blessed with the most radiant feathers, which shimmered in the sunlight in a spectrum of blues and greens. He was indeed the envy of the entire valley, and he knew it well. Pavo loved nothing more than to strut along the riverbank each morning, his magnificent tail feathers spread wide for all to see. "Look at me," he would cry out. "See how beautifully my feathers shine." And while many admired Pavo's beauty, they were less fond of his boastful nature. One day, a wise old owl named Orva, known for her deep wisdom and quiet demeanor, decided it was time to teach Pavo a lesson in humility. She invited Pavo to participate in the valley's annual festival, where animals from all over came to display their talents and crafts. Pavo, excited to show off his splendid plumage, immediately agreed. "I shall be the star of the festival," he declared, imagining how he would dazzle the crowd. When the festival day arrived, Pavo paraded around, flaunting his feathers. However, he soon noticed that the other animals were also receiving praise and admiration. Lila the bird was lauded for her sweet singing. Benny the beaver was applauded for his skillful juggling, and Tara the tortoise, though slow, was celebrated for her beautiful paintings. Feeling his pride hurt, Pavo approached Orva and complained, "Why do they admire these simple talents when none can match the beauty of my feathers?" Orva looked at him with her wise, gentle eyes and said, "Pavo, true beauty comes from within. It is about what you can share with the world, not just what you can show." Determined to prove her wrong, Pavo decided to try each activity. He attempted to sing, but his voice was more squawk than melody. He tried to juggle, but his feet were not made for juggling. When he tried painting, his large feathers just smeared the paint all over. Exhausted and splattered with paint, Pavo felt a small tap on his leg. It was Tara the Tortoise, holding out a paintbrush to him. "Let me show you how," she offered kindly. With Tara's guidance, Pavo slowly learned to paint. His first painting was not a masterpiece, but it was a start. He began to visit Tara every day, learning more about painting and, in the process, about patience, persistence, and friendship. As weeks turned into months, Pavo's demeanor changed. He still displayed his feathers, but now he also showed off his paintings and talked about his new friends and the skills they taught him. At the next festival, Pavo did not parade around. Instead, he displayed his paintings, each one telling a story of his journey toward learning and humility. The animals of Verdura gathered around, not just to admire his outer beauty, but to celebrate his growth and the beauty of his spirit. And so, Pavo learned that while feathers could dazzle the eyes, humility and kindness could win hearts. And from then on, he was not just the peacock with the radiant feathers, but Pavo, the humble painter and friend to all in Verdura. And they all lived ever more wisely and happily, learning from each other and growing together in the valley they called home. The end. If you enjoy the story, please show your support by hitting the subscribe and like buttons. Your support means a lot to us to help us create more inspiring and lesson-filled bedtime stories for you and your children to enjoy. Thank you, and see you on our next story.